Hi everyone. So here's an interesting question. Am I inside my body, or is my body inside me? Think about that question and what it means. Do we have some idea that we are sitting inside somewhere? Like we think of maybe God sitting on top of a mountain. Well, in doing that we make God something. Am I also something sitting inside my body? Now, there's obviously no evidence for it. Nobody has found that person sitting inside the body. So am I outside, or is the body inside me? Now, as I said, there's no evidence. I mean, you can look in biochemistry, and of course there's nobody around there. Now, we could say things like, we are our hormones, that's it. Well, if we are our hormones, and we could just take those hormones out and find the person there. Is it just the way all these hormones function together? There's no evidence for that. Are we our neurotransmitters, the serotonin and dopamine in the brain? Again, there's no evidence for that. It's not as if we can just make people happy by injecting them with serotonin and dopamine. It doesn't work like that. Drugs have serious side effects, so they don't work in a natural way at all. They change the person, change the personality of the person. So nobody has ever found a person inside the body. Well, maybe because we're not looking in the right place. It doesn't help to look in the wrong place. Well, maybe we are outside the body then. Is there any evidence for that? Well, that's interesting. I mean, if you take the ECG, electromagnetic recording of the heart, I think I've mentioned this before, that electromagnetic recording of the heart can be made anywhere in the body, right down in the feet, tips of your fingers, top of your head. You can find the recording there. You can measure that recording from anywhere in the body, which means that electromagnetic recording of the heart goes right throughout the body. Every single cell in the body is receiving this echo of the heart. Now, the interesting thing is that you can also measure that electromagnetic recording of the heart 1 meter outside the body. Wow. Now, that's quite something, isn't it? That you can actually measure with a sensitive instrument. Well, and today, maybe it used to be only a short distance outside the body. Then with more sensitive instruments, it's bigger. So we don't really know how far the electromagnetic recording goes. Certainly when you're sitting in front of somebody quite close, your electromagnetic recording and the electromagnetic recording of the heart are mixing together. What does that say about heart-to-heart conversation? So you can be having a head-to-head conversation with somebody and your heart's having another kind of conversation. So, I mean, that's interesting. So all our sensory organs, for example, are filters. Your eyes filter from what's outside, your taste filters, your touch filters. These are all filters. So the world outside is filtered into us. But there is other senses that we have. Feeling, for example. Now, feeling is a really important function. And while the 5 sensory organs filter what's coming out in, your feeling sense goes out and feels the world. And that's really important. All animals have feeling. They would never be able to negotiate in the jungle or wherever they are without feeling. They can feel. They can sense with their feeling senses danger. They can feel water. They can feel for food. So feeling is an extension that goes out. It's not the body which feels. Your body is localized, but your feeling senses extend outwards because we have an energy field. Same way as the electromagnetic recording of the heart can be picked up 1 meter outside the body. So what does that say about that electromagnetic recording that's going out there? Does the heart feel into the terrain around it? So are we that field as well? So we need to shift our understanding of who we are. Because when we think we're just a body with a thinking and emotional self, then we limit ourselves. when we understand that we are much more, when you're walking around the world, walking around your neighborhood, walking down into town, you're picking up vibes. We all talk about, oh, this place has got a good vibe. How come it's got a good vibe? If you, well, your body wouldn't be able to experience that. Your feeling template, what I call the feeling template, can extend outwards and pick up situations around. Your heart electromagnetic field goes out, picking up information around. So then we talk about good vibes and bad vibes, because we are much more than just this body. And the body could be inside us. If we think of ourselves as an energy field, and certainly the ancients spoke about the etheric body and the astral body, and there are people who can see these energy bodies around us. And that's why we talk about green with envy and with all these colors of the emotions which extend around us. So we are much, much more than just a physical chemistry. We have energetic extensions. We walk around and we're feeling constantly the energy play around us. And the more we understand that, the more we begin to understand who we are. I've written a paper on the power of prayer, showing that people at the other end of the world can pray for somebody far distances and still have an effect. So, yeah, all this work on telepathy. How I think there was a book written on dogs that know when their master was coming home. People that know when they're being stared at. All this has been scientifically verified. So we are not just a physical body. We have energetic compartments which go outwards into the world and allow us to feel such an important thing. I think that people in earlier times, the hunter-gatherers, were able to feel the world around them. They knew how to hunt, and they were in touch with that feeling sense. We tend to limit ourselves to our sensory apparatus and thinking and emotions, and we don't get involved and in touch with the greatness of who we really are. The feel that we have around us, the way we move out in a subtle way and touch other humans with our sensory apparatus and gather information. It's so important to try and be sensitive to that, to acknowledge that. If you don't acknowledge it, you're not going to notice it. That's the thing. You actually have to be aware of who you are as a human being, a full human being, not just as a body. Your body is inside you. You are also extensions outside. And as you acknowledge that and actually try and be sensitive to that, you discover it. And you discover that you're much more than you think you are. Have a good day.